Gopika Jeevana Smaranam. Bhagavan gave them their clothes back. They dressed themselves up quickly, but they did not leave from that place. They still stood there. Grihita Chitta. Bhagavan had taken over their minds and all. They were just standing there. Bhagavan looked at them and said, I know the desire that is there in your heart. Na maya veshita dhiyam kamaha kamaya kalpate Bharjita kvatitha danaha prayo bhijayaneshyate. Bhagavan says very beautifully, reveals a great truth to everybody. Na mayaveshita dhyam kamahan. The desire that you place upon me is not desire. The desire that you have for me, the desire you turn towards me is not considered as desire. Na kamaya kalpate. It is not called desire. Bharjita kvatita danaha. Grains that have been either boiled or fried. Fried or boiled. You take corn and make popcorn. That seed can never germinate again. Similarly, if you take it and boil it, it cannot germinate again. Like that, desire turned towards me cannot lead to bondage. It is not called a desire at all. Bhagavan says, therefore, the desire that you have for me will be satisfied. In the coming days, I will call you. Be ready for my call. When I call you, you must come. Bhagavan says, they all are very happy. They go back to Vraja, waiting for the day when Bhagavan will call them. Bhagavan has left them. In the meantime, Bhagavan has got so many other things to do. Adhanala is moving around. At a little distance away from Vrindavanam, there is a settlement of Brahmanas. And these Brahmanas have all gathered together to do yajnas and yagas in order to propitiate the Lord according to the Vedic rites and rituals. Shastrokthama. How Bhagavan should be propitiated through yajna and yaga have all been given in details in the Vedas and so on. They knew all of those things. Veda and Agama, adallam vachit pandra. About the stories of Krishna are spreading around everywhere. Bhagavatas are coming from everywhere. They all have recognized Krishna's glory, Krishna's greatness. Krishna did this, Krishna killed Baka, Krishna killed Aga. They are telling all these stories about these ladies. The Vipra Patnis, the women, the wives of all these Brahmanas heard about these stories. They went to their husbands and said, it seems there is a miraculous boy or a magic boy, as it were, in Vrindavanam. The Leelahallam Manirkan, he has done so many Leelas, danced upon Kaliya, Allam Manirkana. People are saying he is Sakshat Bhagavan himself. Why don't we go and have his darshan? These men folk, stubborn as men usually are. Even now, if you have a look and see, the number of men sitting on this side is less than the number of women that are sitting on this side. Just have a look. Women are clever. Women are clever not in cunning sense, but clever in knowing what is the right thing to do. Adhanala, they have already found out the Bhagavan. They are saying, let us go and have Bhagavan's darshan. The men are saying, chi. What are you? What nonsense. Bhagavan, the Lord incarnating himself in a cowherd village, what is wrong with you? Lord will come in amongst us Brahmanas like Parashurama, or amongst Kshatriyas like kings like Rama. Cowherd village, Bhagavan will not come. He is some Siddha Purusha. He cannot be Srimad Narayana. He is only a Siddha Purusha. Don't believe all of these. We are not going anywhere. Can we not go just once? Just once we will go test it, check it out and come. No checking. You do work here. A lot of work is there. Tomorrow yajna, especially difficult passages are there for us. We have to do all of that. You have to cook things for it. Get everything ready. And actually they kept on denying these wives the opportunity of darshan for Bhagavan. The heart desires Bhagavan's darshan. The husband is preventing Bhagavan from them from going to Bhagavan. Bhagavan greater, husband greater. Bhagavan knows the heart of these devotees. Then Bhagavan, what did he do? Instead of waiting for them to come to him, Bhagavan prefers to come to the devotees. Adhaan avarku aasha. Adala ishtam jaasti. Adhanala what did Bhagavan do? Bhagavan took all the boys one day. Hey, today we are all going to a different place than the usual joints. Okay, Bhagavan, we will come with you, Krishna. Inshallah, they all came. Avanellam kootundu appadi he is walking along. Hey, Stoka Krishna. Hey, Amshu. Hey, Shridama. Hey, Shubhalarjuna. Hey, Vrishab. Vishal Rishabha. Hey, Devaprastha. Hey, Varutapa. Appadi idella friends avarku. Ellari kootundu poram. Bhagavan is going with all of these friends. Poi Bhagavan came, led them very far away from their usual place, and Anikina Bharata, Bhagavan did not permit them taking any food along with them. Bhagavan said, no, we will make arrangements. We will find something in the forest. Abadini, they have come empty-handed. And they have come a long distance. They are hungry. He found a tree, sat down under the tree. Balarama sat down under the tree. Boys sat around. Krishna. Hey Krishna, Mahavirya, Dushta Nibarhana. Hey Krishna, a great warrior, a great veerer, or destroyer of evil. Abdinna. Yenda, what happened? There is an evil Rakshasa that is harming us. Where? I can't see any Rakshasa. Illa, there is Rakshasa inside. Our stomachs are growling and groaning in hunger. Kshuttunu Asuran. Hunger Asura is torturing us, do something about him. Krishna laughed and he said, Chari, you do one thing. If you go straight over there, there is a little settlement. Brahmanas devoted to the Vedas are there, Brahmavadinaha, Brahmanaha, Brahmavadinaha, Prayata Deva Yajnam. Satrama Nama, Hyasyate Swargakamyaya, Ellan Cholran detailed. அதெல்லாம் அங்கிரச சத்திரம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கா. They are doing a great satra called Angirasa Satra so that they can go to heaven. Brahmanas are there. You go, don't go to the men, go to the women, the mothers there, and ask them, tell my name and my brother's name, and say, we both have come, can you please give us some food? Ask in my name. So these boys went there. Bhagavan says, go and ask them. Bhagavan. He first says, go and ask. They first went there. Appo, the men were there. Men were busy running around doing all the yajna, diksha vachindrakalya. Again, the boys went and stood there. And hey, Bhumi Devaha, oh gods on the earth, we are all Krishna, Krishnasya Adeshakarinaha. We are servants of Krishna. We have come here with Krishna's command. We are all hungry. Can you please give us some food? Please give us some food. You are doing yajna, a lot of food will be left here. Please give us some food. And those fellows looked at him and said, Chichi, who will talk to you? These fellows also. They did not even talk to them. They did not even look at them, talk. They ignored them and carried about their activities. The poor, tired, hungry boys returned to Krishna. Krishna, you said to go and ask. We asked. They did not even look at us. Krishna laughed. Krishna Chirichana. Prahastya Jagadishwarahana, Bhagavan laughed and said, who did you ask? No, all the mamas were there. We went and asked the mamas. Now, who asked you to ask mamas? Go ask mamis. Why did you ask the men? Go ask the women. Go ask the mothers there. Go again and ask all the Patnibhyaha. Go and ask all those divine mothers that are there. They have great love for me. And although they are far away from me, they really live in me only. Mayi Ushita Diya, their minds are fixed upon me. Adanali, you go and tell them that I have come. These boys went back there again. They went this way. The women's quarters were there, where they were busy cooking and setting up things and so on. Again, the boys, few boys went and stood there. Avachanna, Namo vo Vipravatini O Vipravatinis, wives of Brahmins, we salute you. Please listen to us. We have come here. Krishna is nearby. He has sent us. Krishna and Rama are both hungry. Nala, we have come far away from home. We are all hungry. He requests you to give some food to us. They get to all of them immediately dropped whatever it is that they were doing. What did you say? Who has come? Krishna has come. Which Krishna? Stoka Krishna or Krishna? Krishna, Nandagopa's son Krishna, Yashoda's son Krishna, our leader Krishna. Nishannodane. Aha. This is the compassion of Bhagavan. We were unable to go and see him. We were pining and yearning to see him. Look at the compassion. Not only has he come, he has sent these divine messengers to us to ask food from us. Should he ask for food? Should we not have been serving him even before he asked? Taking all the vessels of food that had been prepared, which had not yet been even offered to the yajna. They took all of that. Yajna book has come. Yajna Purusha himself has come. What yajna? They're taking everything away. The men saw that and they came and said, where are you going? Stop, don't go anywhere. Keep quiet. We've listened to you all this time. All this time we listen to you because we are wives, and the duty of the wives is to listen to the husband as long as it is dharmic. Anna, Bhagavan himself has come. Bhagavan has come, and as Bhagavan is calling us, Bhagavan is asking, we are not obliged to listen to you anymore. Husbands became angry. What dharma is this? This fellow is spoiling the dharma of everybody. The lady said, what is dharma? Dharma of the wife is to do good to the husband. The wife should ensure the welfare of the husband. In your foolishness, Bhagavan has come and you are not going to him. By us going, at least good will come to us. Good will come to the entire family. Yes, yajna that they are doing may perhaps succeed if I go to Krishna. She shook his hand off and went away to Krishna. All the ladies went. There was one woman, unfortunately. The husband, Dadiyanavan, Moradan. He caught hold of her physically and said, no, you are not going. And he pushed her and locked her inside the room. You are not going. All the other women went. This one woman alone could not go. What misfortune. How unfortunate I am. All of them could go see Krishna. I alone am not able to Krishna. Krishna. Then and there she dropped the body, flew in spirit and joined in Krishna. Merged into Krishna. These ladies all came. எல்லாம் ஓடி வந்தா பார்த்தா அங்கே இருந்து பார்க்குறா. ஃப்ரம் அஃபார் தே கேன் see. இவன் உடனே he stood up. அது வரைக்கும் he was sitting down. He stood up. ஏன் அவள் வராளே, தர்ஷன் கொடுக்கணுமே, அப்படி கிவ் தர்ஷன் டு தம்ங்கிறதுக்காக அப்படி நின்றுண்டு அவளுக்குன்னு ஒரு தர்ஷன் கொடுக்குறான். இஸ் கிவிங் a தர்ஷன் ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்லி ஃபார் த விப்ரபத்னிஸ். ஷியாமம் ஹிரண்யபரிதிம் वनमाल्यबर्ह धातुप्रवाल नटवेशमन व्रतांसे श्यामं हिरण्यपरिधिं वनमाल्यबर्ह धातुप्रवाल नटवेश अनुव्रतांसे विन्यस्तहस्तं इतरेण दुनाननाब्जं कर्णोत्पलालकपोल मुखाब्जहासं. Bhagavan is standing up. Shyamam, dark in complexion. Hiranya paridhim, with dark complexioned body, to set off that contrast. Yellow silks like gold raiment it is. Vanamalya. All the forest flowers that were growing there, he's taken all the different colored flowers and made a garland out of it and is wearing it. Barha pincham abdine, he has got the peacock feather stuck on his head. Dhatu pravala natavesham. He is dressed like a dancer upon the stage with all kinds of costumes, all kinds of color powders upon his body. Makeup allam potu nikkaran. Eppadi nikkaranna, there is a boy next to him. Avan mele appadi kai appadi potu. He has put his hand. Anuvrata amse vinyasta hastam. Avan pakkathula nikkarana, avan mele appadi thol appadi kai appadi potu pidichittu. The other hand irukku, adula enna pandran appadina, itarena Dunanamabjam. There's a lotus flower. That will be 12 பண்ணிட்டு. He is twirling this lotus flower like this. One hand upon this friend, twirling the lotus flower like this. And the barha pinchatoda அப்படி நின்னுண்டு கால் அப்படி மடக்கி வச்சிட்டு crossing one leg over the other. Mukhabjahasam, with a smile upon his face. அப்படி வச்சு அப்படி பார்த்து நிற்கிறான். He is looking at them and standing like this. இப்படி ஒரு தர்ஷன் Bhagavan is giving exclusively for those ladies. விப்ரபத்னி கணக்கு. ஓடி வராளாம் அங்கேருந்து. For a long time they have heard about the excellences, his glories. Shrutva gunan bhuvana sundara. I've heard your gunas, now I'm going to see you in Odivara. They're coming running to him. Finally, they're going to see him. Now that he stood in front of them, எப்படி இருந்தது அப்படின்னா அவர் சொல்றாரு இங்க प्रायश्रुतः प्रियतम उदय कर्णपूरैः यस्मिन् निमग्न मनसस्तमथ अक्षिरन्ध्रैः अन्तःप्रवेश्य सुचिरं परिरभ्यतापं प्राज्ञं यथाभिमतयो विजहुर्नरेन्द्र. For a long time, having heard his excellences, his glories, through the instruments that were their ears, through the beautiful ornaments that they had called the ears, they had Karnapuraihi, they had filled their ears with his glories for a long time. Now, they were drawing him through the eyes into the heart. Kadala ketadu pori kannala, they are drawing him akshirandraihi antapravishya, through the eyes they are drawing him inside, filling their hearts up with him, and parirabhyatapam, they are feeling internally as though they are embracing him, and in that embrace all the tapam, all the agony that they have been feeling is going away. Yatha abhimataya vijahu nu sonna eppadina, just as inga solrar Shuka gives a beautiful example. Prajñam yata abhimatayah vijahuhu. Just as the ego goes away when jnana is attained, like that all the tapam went away when they mentally embraced Krishna in their heart. Idukku idha example anna. Is it the only example you could find? Just as ego melts away, ahankara melts away with prajna, with jnanam, because that is what is happening here for them. It is not merely an example, it is not merely a metaphor, it is what is really happening. Bhagavana Bhakumbodhu, when they are seeing Bhagavan, what did they do? They had heard his gunas already, now they are seeing him in such a way that they are taking him and treasuring him in their heart and embracing him in the heart. In that, they are attaining jnana, all the ahankara is going away, that I sense, the identity is vanishing. Tannilappu is happening on its own. Tastata tyakta sarvashaha prapta atmadidrikshaya. Shuka is describing them here through Bhagavan's eyes. Bhagavan is looking at them and recognizing them to be yarunna tyakta sarvashaha, those who have given up all desires. Prapta atmadidrikshaya, those who have got the desire of seeing the Atma. Atma jignasus uttaru. Mumukshus jignasus. They want to see Krishna then, but Shuka says they want to see Atma. Yeah, Atma. If you want to see Krishna, Krishna is Atma, therefore transitive property, you are seeing Atma. Tyakta sarvashaha, but before that they attained the qualification already. They have given up all their desires. Now they have come to him. And Pathodane Bhagavan Peshara. Vijnaya akila drishta praha prahisita, with a beautiful smile upon his face. Bhagavan Pati Childra. Recognizing their worth, their value, Bhagavan says, Swagatam vo mahabhaga asyatam karavamakim yanno didrikshaya prapta upapannamidam hivaham. Mahabhaga, oh fortunate ladies, welcome. Please sit down. What can I do for you? Bhagavan is asking. What can I do for you? Mahabhaga, you are filled with great good fortune because you know what is right, you know what is to be given up, and you know what is to be adopted. Giving up all your desires, including your relationships, you have come here because you know that I alone ought to be sought after by everybody. Those who are clear in understanding what is good for them will know, will cultivate uninterrupted, unmotivated, ahaituki, avyavahitam bhaktim atmapriye yatha. They will develop pure, uninterrupted, unsullied bhakti, causeless, ceaseless bhakti towards me, who am the Atma of everybody. I am dear to everybody because I am the Atma. Adanala, you have come to me, you have chosen me, it is correct. It is very correct. But now that you have come to me, you must go back because your husbands are all waiting. It is dharma that you should do, to go back and fulfill their dharma by helping them discharge their duties. Adanala, poitu vaango. So you should go back. Apo, these ladies all looked at Krishna and said, Bhagavane, don't speak like this. Don't speak cruel, harsh words like this. Besides, don't make the Veda go false. Don't make the words of the Shastra go false. Yangatva nanivartante tadhama. Abdinu, once they reach your feet, there is no more going back. Abdingaradhanala, after we have reached your feet, where is going back? There is no going back for us. Besides, even if we go back, who will accept us? We've already offended them. Our husbands did not want us to come. We still offended them and we came. Adhanala, they will not accept us. So we will stay here itself. We will come with you, Nuta. Bhagavan said, they will welcome you. Don't worry, when you go back, they will welcome you. Nobody will blame you. Everybody will praise you. This is my sankalpa. This is my sankalpa. But Krishna, we want to be with you. Bhagavan Shunnar. Na pritaye nuragaya hi angasango nanamiha tanmano mayunjana achiran mama vapsyatha. More than being physically in contact with me, if you are far away from me but constantly united with me in your mind, constantly remembering me all the time, pining for me, that will bring you to me, the real me, closer, sooner. You will come to me even sooner, even earlier than if you stayed with me physically. And if you stayed with me physically, there are lots of problems. You may take me for granted. You may lose yourself in your own ego, and you may, all kinds of doubts will start to come. Adhanala, you stay far away and worship me from there. You will attain me. Bhagavan gave an instruction that is appropriate to them. Ellarkum appropriate instruction thaan Bhagavan kodupan. Everybody can the instruction for everybody ana not so. Yena samayaniki taguvu maatalade. He will speak appropriately according to the situation, time, place and situation. To whom he is speaking in a Bhathu Chelluvan, you stay with me, you go from me in Chelluvan. Ayo, he sent me away na. Illa, you stay there, you will attain me. You come with me, otherwise you will not attain me in Chelluvan. Ni engiyadu ponena, you will lose track. You stay with me, Pailenam. If I let go of you, you will immediately go away and get caught in samsara. I have to hold you by the ear. You better stay here. Appadina one category. Another category, na, if you are here, you will take me for granted. You go there and worship me from there. So the Viprapatnis take leave from Bhagavan. Thus instructed, they came back, Partal. All the husbands also welcomed them and said, we made a mistake, we could not go. You at least you went. You seeing you is like seeing Krishna. They started repenting. Bhagavan ate that food that had been given by these mothers, distributed among all his boys, all his friends. Ipudiya Bhagavan gave the blessings to those Viprapatnis who are far away. Bhagavan vandalum ekakaryam agaccha koti karyam chakaraha. Bhagavan comes for one task but accomplishes so many in the meantime. Constantly busy. Bhagavan oru nimisham ukarala pathela. Chinna payyandan, a small boy, but he is not sitting idle. He is thinking about so many of his devotees, going and visiting them, drawing those to his feet, destroying asuras on the one hand, giving delight to the boys, delight to those girls, delight to the cows, delight to the gopas and the gopis. Athana perkum anandam, engiyorkar Viprapatinikum anandam. Brahmavukku anandam. Everybody giving joy to everybody. Bhagavan was continuing to live his life in Vrindavanam. Appo adutha Leela, Bhagavan was getting ready for the next Leela. From Leela to Leela. Some big preparations were going on for some big puja. Everybody was running around, get that ready, get this ready, is there enough milk there, enough ghee there, get those grains, have the Brahmanas been informed. Again Krishna went up to his father, what is going on? What are you doing? As though he did not know anything, he said, Katyatam me pitaha, my father, tell me what is going on. Why are you also excited? Kimpalam kasya chaddeshaha kenava sadhyate makaha. What are we doing? Why are we also excited? Krishna, Krishna, we are doing a big yajna to give thanks to Indra. Indra yajnam peru, we are giving thanks to Indra. But Bhagavan said, why? Give me a clear explanation, clearer chollu, why are we giving thanks to Indra? Who is Indra? Why are we thanking him? But then Nandagopal said, Indra is the Lord of rains. We are all cowherds. Our livelihood is the cow. With the cow, we are able to get the milk and all the other dairy products which we sell and are able to live our life. But for the cows, what do they need? They need grass to feed upon. Where do we get this grass? The grass is growing everywhere on the slopes of Govardhanagiri. But the grass grows only because of the rains. When the rains come, the grass grows. Our cows eat the grass, give us milk. We sell the milk and milk products and make our living. Therefore, we owe Indra a debt of gratitude, because he is the Lord of rains and is giving rains. Without rains, what can we do? இதை கேட்ட உடனே கிருஷ்ணா உடனே சொன்னான், அப்பா கர்மணா ஜாயத்தே ஜந்துஹு கர்மண்யேவ விலியதே சுகம் துக்கம் பயம் க்ஷேமம் கர்மண்யைவாபி பத்யதே. In this life we are born because of karma, we live because of our own karma. Joy and sorrow come to us because of our karma only. Profit and loss comes to us because of our karma only. இதில் அஸ்தி சேத் ஈஸ்வரஹா கஷ்டித் அஸ்தி சேத் ஈஸ்வரஹா கஷ்டித் ஃபலரூப்ய அந்யகர்மணாம் கர்த்தாரம் பஜதே சோபி நஹி ஹர்த்து நஹி ஹி அஹர்த்துஹு பிரபுர்ஹி சஹா. If you say that there is a God separate from karma who awards the fruits of karma, even that God also can only award people based upon the karma that they have done. He cannot give something to somebody who has not done any action. Karma phalam kudukuram only, you are giving karma phala. God is there to give karma phala. Even சொல்றான் எதி சேத் அப்படிங்கிறான். If there is a God, யாரு இவனே சொல்றான், இந்த பையன் தான் சொல்ல முடியும்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. First of all, we should know whether there is a God or not. So if in case there is a God, he is arguing. Suppose that is okay, let's assume there is a God. Even such a God can only reward you the fruits of your actions. He cannot give you fruits for no actions. Appo, when we are all subject to our karma, what can Indra do out of the way? Without doing karma, will we get our livelihood? Even if Indra brings rains, we will not be benefiting from it. According to our karma only, we will benefit. Appo, why are we thanking Indra for this? Why should we thank Indra? Indra is a paid employee. He is getting salary and he is doing whatever he has to do. Yeah, postman is bringing letters. Adukka oru thariyum cake bake panni kudukurom. Are we paying the postman? Post is coming delivering letters, so here $50. Bring me a letter now. Crime ad mein. Then you will make him corrupt. Ilya, this is what is Krishna trying to do? Not trying to get rid of corruption in India. Anilende irundha corruption. Anilende corruption da. They were trying to bribe Indra by doing yajna for him. Krishna சொன்னா அவனுக்குலாம் கொடுக்காதமா. அவன் ஏற்கனவே is getting salary. On top of it, if you give bribe, then you will expect the bribe from everybody else also. You are able to give, so you are giving. Those who cannot give also, he will expect. So Dwaparigathilendi corruption irukku theriyudhu India la. Krishna also tried to eliminate it. Don't give money for those who are already paid to do it. Don't need to do any yajna for Indra. இப்படி ஆர்கியூ பண்ண உடனே நந்தகோபால் also was convinced, correct, corruption, we should not encourage corruption. பிரஷ்டாச்சார ஹட்டாவ், லஞ்சம் கொடுப்பதும் தவறு, கேட்பதும் தவறு அப்படிலாம் சொல்கிறா இல்லையா, அந்த மாதிரி. ஆனால் அவர் சொன்னார், but that is okay, but we have got all this ready, what do we do with all this? All the preparations have been done for a big yajna இல்லையா, Brahmanas are going to be invited, now suddenly we cannot say, sorry, cancelled ன்னு சொல்ல முடியுமா? What do we do? Krishna said, doesn't matter, let everything be done. எல்லாம் சொல்கிறான், பச்சந்தாம் விவிதாக பாக்காக சூபாந்தாக பாயசாதயா. அவன் பாயசம் பண்ணு, சூப் பண்ணு. சூபாதயா ந சூபாந்தாக ந. The English word soup, சூப்புங்கிறாலே, அது comes from Sanskritam தான். It is Sanskrit word சூப்பா. Super means that which is drunk. It is made usually from lentils, dal. Dal soup பண்ணுவா இல்லையா, ரசம் மாதிரி பண்ணுவா இல்லையா, அது எப்படி ஏன்னா அப்படின்னு சாப்பிட்றோம் இல்லையா, அதனால சூப்புன்னு பேர் அதுக்கு. Because we spit. So it is called soup. சூப்பஹான்னு பேர் அதுக்கு. ராமாயணத்துலேயும் வரும் சூப்பு. அந்த சூப்பை தான் இவள் சூப்புன்னு சொல்லி விஷயம் சாப்பிட்டுருக்கா. நம்ம ஊரில் அன்றைக்கே சூப் சாப்பிட்டோம். Fine dining we already knew how to do. Soupantaha payasadayaha அப்படின்னா starting from payasam ending with soup, everything we knew. அதனால் let all of that be made. Annam bahuvidam tebhya, many kinds of annam food, let it be made. All kinds of food let it be made. And after having made all of that, what should we do அப்படின்னா பகவான் சொல்கிறான் இங்கே, let all the Brahmanas be fed. Let all the Brahmanas who are well versed, let them perform yajna, no problem. But Indranukkahalam vanda, let them perform yajna. Let them be given good food. Let them be given good cows. And with all that food, give that food to everybody. Bhagavan சொல்றான், ஆஷ்வ சாண்டாளபதிதேப்யஹா அப்படின்னு சொல்றான். Even to the so-called low castes, the so-called outcasts, untouchables, etc., even for them, let them also be invited. Let food be given for all. Let us serve all. அப்படின்னு சொல்றான். Krishna said, love all and serve all. Serve this food to all. Let nobody be discriminated against. And let us give thanks to this Govardhana Giri. Here's a mountain in front of us. Let us thank nature. Let us not go in blind superstition. Give thanks to nature. Give thanks to Govardhana Giri. Give thanks to Brahmanas who are like living deities to us. Let's give thanks to the cows that are living deities to us. Let us worship all these instead of worshipping invisible Indra. उडने कालात्मना भगवता शक्रदर्पजिगांसता प्रोक्तम निशमे नंदाद्याः साधु गृह्णन्त तद्वचः. Because Bhagavan is time. Specifically சொல்றா, Nanda and all the others were convinced by the words of this young Turk. You little young fellow, 8-9 வயசு பையன், இவன் சொல்றான் எல்லாரும் கேட்கறாளான்னா, why is everybody listening to this fellow's words அப்படின்னா, காலாத்மனா அப்படின்னா, he is time. He is the supreme controller of everything. If he wants them to accept, they'll have to accept. Adanal he made them all accept it. So they decided to do it. They performed the big yajna, gave thanks to the cows, gave thanks to Brahmanas, gave thanks to Govardhana Giri. In the Pannone Bhagavan also what he did, he wanted to instill faith in them that they have done the right thing. Adanal what he did was, he took a huge form behind Govardhana Giri. Govardhana Giri பின்னாடி பெருசா ஒரு something big form arose and said, I am Govardhana Giri and I am very happy to receive your offerings அப்படின்னு அதை சொல்லித்து. உடனே கிருஷ்ணா இங்கே கிருஷ்ணா still here, see Govardhana Giri is also happy அப்படின்னு சொல்றான். இவனே அங்கே வந்துட்டு he took the form like a big spirit and said, I am Govardhana Giri, I am very happy to receive. இங்கே like little Krishna said, see, I told you, Govardhana Giri himself has appeared in front of you. Have you ever seen Indra when you did Indra Yajna? Previously you did Indra Yajna. Indra never came and said, I am very happy, thank you. Here Govardhana Giri is looking and saying thank you to us. So everybody felt really happy. Amanda, Krishna is right. Look, Govardhana Giri has come. Govardhana Giri ki jai. Now when this yajna that was to be offered to Indra was obstructed, Indra became very angry. This fellow Krishna, why did he stop my yajna? And these fellows also listened to him. All of these cowherds listened to him. I will teach them a lesson. He called some of the most fiercest clouds together and it started to pour rain, not cats and dogs, but elephants and whales. Cats and dogs were too small to compare with the droplets that came. Apadiya it started to pour. Fierce wind, rain, எல்லாம் வந்துட்டாம். Where will everybody go? எல்லாம் பகவான் கிட்ட போயிட்டாலாம். Everybody went to Bhagavan. All of them went to Bhagavan and cried, Bhagavane, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga, Tvannatam Gokulam Prabho. You are our master, you are our Lord Krishna, protect us. Tratumarghasi Devan Kupitad Bhaktavatsala, oh, one who is fond of his devotees, protect us. Abdina, they came to Krishna and prayed to Krishna. Bhagavanum Parthanam, Bhagavan saw Indra out of his pride is acting like this. Indra has acted like this because of his pride. I have to humble Indra's pride at the same time, even more important. Yenna Tasmam Sharanam Goshtam Mannatam Matparigraham Gopaye Swatma Yogena Soyam Me Vrata Ahitaha. Bhagavan Channa, these people of Raja, Goshtam, Matsharanam Goshtam, Mannatam Matparigraham. Matsharanam Nishonna. Matsharanam na, they are my refuge. Mannatham, they are my lords. They are my masters. Matparigraham, they have accepted me as their own. Bhagavan doesn't think, I am the Lord of these people. They have surrendered to me, therefore I have to protect them. they are my protectors, they have taken charge of me. என்ன மன்னாதம்னு சொல்றான். மன்னாதம் அவா எனக்கு நாதாஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்றான். How are they Bhagavan's nathas அப்படின்னா? If a person does not have parents, what is he called? Anatha. In Sanskritam, orphan in Sanskritam is anatha. Without a natha அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். Bhagavan இங்கே orphan இல்லையே. Bhagavan is not an orphan. Bhagavan has got parents இல்லையா? So what is Bhagavan? Sanatha. He is with parents. Who are the parents here? Nandagopa and Yashoda are the parents here. Not only Nandagopa and Yashoda, all the cowherd women and all the cowherd men are his parents. Why? For 1 whole year he became all their sons. That entire community is his shelter. When he needed shelter from Kamsa, who took him in? The community took him in. Bhagavan சொல்றானா இவாள்லாம் எனக்கு. These are my people. I have to protect my people because I want them to further protect me. Why should I protect them? If I don't protect my Yashodamma, then how will Yashodamma keep me on her lap and feed me? If I don't protect my Nanda Baba, then how will Nanda Baba lift me up, carry me everywhere? Therefore I will protect them. This is my vrata. Me vrata ahitaha. Those that belong to me, those to whom I belong, I will protect them. This is my vrata. This is my great vow, great resolve. What did he do? Krishna's chatrikam iva balakaha, the Govardhana chalata, that mountain Govardhana, he lifted it up just as a small boy will hold a mushroom in his hand like as an umbrella. Like that Bhagavan lifted up this entire mountain Govardhanagiri as an umbrella and held it aloft. Vechina Chananam Ataha Bhagavan Gopan He Amba Tata Vrajaukasaha Yatopajosham Vishata Girikartam Sagodhanaha. Hey Amba, oh Amma, Mother, Father, come, all of you, oh people of Raja, come at your convenience, stand under this uplifted mountain, bring all the cows, we will be safe here. Natra sahihavakkaryo, there is no need for us to have any fear at all, there is no need for us to be afraid. Don't worry that the mountain will fall from my hand. I will hold this mountain, even if it takes 100 years, I will hold it, you come. Come. Assured by Krishna, with all their wealth and all their dependence, all their movable properties loaded in carts, they came and stood under the mountain. For 7 days, in front of the inhabitants of Raja, Bhagavan stood there mountain in hand, without moving a step from where he stood, without taking a drop of water, a morsel of food during that period. Kshutrit vyatham sukapeksham hitva tair vrajavasibihi Vikshmano dadavadrim saptaham nachalat padat. He did not care about his own happiness. He did not care about his own comfort. He did not care about his own food and drink. In front of those Vrajavasis, he held the mountain up for 7 days. On seeing Bhagavan hold a mountain like this, Indra was humbled. He realized his mistake. The sky cleared up. The sun was seen once again. The winds and the rain subsided. Appa Bhagavan told all the Gopas, now all of you go out, I will keep the mountain back down. அப்போ எல்லாரும் வந்தாலாம், ஒன் பை ஒன். even the old men slowly வந்தாலாம் எல்லாரும். அவர் சொல்கிறார் ஷனைஹின்னு சொல்கிறார். ஸ்திரீபாலா ஸ்திவிரா ஷனைஹி. Stavirahana, the old ones, the women, the children, the old ones, all came walking slowly because they can't hurry up. Adhurikam Bhagavan is holding patiently until the last Tata has gone out. Then he places the mountain in front of everybody. Leelaya na chalra. Stapaya masa leelaya. Like a sport, he placed the mountain. He lifted it like a game and placed it back like a game. இப்படி பண்ண உடனே after they had kept it, what did they all do now? They all rushed and surrounded him. Te prema vegan nirbrita vrajaukaso yata samiyuhu parirambhanadibihi. Gopyascha sasneham pujayan muda dadyakshata viryayuju sadashishaha. Sadashishaha. For 7 days in front of them, Bhagavan has held the mountain in his hand. Can anybody do it? Is it a normal feat? Obviously, it is the divine who is doing it. Anal, after Krishna placed it back and Krishna came out, all the Gopas and the Gopis surrounded him. All of them came around him. Krishna, kaalu valikirado, kai valikirado. Krishna, are your hands hurting? Krishna, are your legs hurting? Cho, for 7 days you did not eat anything. You have grown so thin. Here, have this food. Here, have this butter. Here, have this curd. They are giving all that food to Krishna. Each one is coming and touching. Is Krishna all right? Krishna okay? Krishna okay? அப்புறம் பார்த்துட்டு கிருஷ்ணா நன்னாருடா குழந்தை க்ஷேமமாருடா குழந்தை அப்படி அக்ஷதை தூக்கி போடுறாங்க தலையில். In front, this Lord who has held the mountain up for 7 days, they are throwing broken rice akshata grains on their head, saying, Sada Shishaha, may you live long, Krishna, may no harm come to you, may all auspiciousness come to you. They are blessing Krishna. Who are they to bless him? How dare they bless him now? He has given them that position. Man nathamunu channa. They are my masters. They should bless me. Ipudra panne. How did you lift it up now? Chudra. Tata ella nee panna punyam tata nandukine. The old grandfather is asking, how did you lift it now? Ella your grace. I was able to do it. What is there in this? He is replying to all of them. The pure love of these Gopas and the Gopis is what is being highlighted here. They did not analyze and think this is Sakshat Bhagavan, we should all stay far away from him and worship him. The moment he placed the mountain, until he was holding the mountain, they did all of that. When he placed the mountain, though, they rushed up to him and went back to normal Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And the prema, for the sake of this prema only, Bhagavan is also bringing them back into Maya again and again. Yashoda Rohini Nando Ramascha Balinam Varaha Krishna Malingya Yuyujur Ashishaha Snehakataraha Nandagopa, Rohini, Yashoda, all of them hugged, embraced Krishna and showered their blessings upon Krishna. While these humans are showering their blessings on Krishna, Indra came down, stood there in a distance, humbly waiting until Krishna can become a bit free. These ordinary humans are showering blessings upon him. Indra, the Lord of Lords, is waiting humbly. Bhagavan was free. Okay, you all go. I have some work. I'll come. And he sent them all away and then came. That fellow is waiting. Indra is waiting. And he falls at the feet of Bhagavan. Bhagavan, I have committed a grave mistake. Please forgive me. He takes praise for pardon from Krishna. He crowns Krishna as Govinda. Govinda Pattabhishekam. Indra crowns Krishna as Govinda. Govinda, the Lord of all jivas, the Lord of all cows, the one who gives delight to bhaktas, the one who gives delights to cows, one who gives delight to all the jivas and protects them. Govindan. That beautiful, sweet name of Govinda is given to Bhagavan. Among so many names of Bhagavan, it is an exceedingly sweet name. A name that cannot be uttered casually also. You've got to go in when you say Govinda. Govinda is reminding us, Govinda, go in, don't keep outside, don't keep dabbling in the shallows. Go in, Govinda. Appadina Bhagavan namam. Indrasu Rishibhi Sakam Nodita Deva Matribhi Abhyashinchan Dasharham Govinda Iti Chabhyadat. Surabhi, the heavenly cow herself, came there, showered Bhagavan with her own milk and anointed him as Govinda, the king of all cows, the king of all jivas, the king of everybody, the protector of everybody. Several more leelas are being done by Bhagavan. The most important leela, Rasa Leela of Bhagavan. We have come to Rasa Leela. Bhagavanapi taratrihi sharadutphulla mallika viksharantum manaschakre yogamayam upashrataha. Bhagavan's Rasalila is going to start. The Rasalila na Bhagavan is going to sport with the gopis. So many people have said so many things about it. Sri Shuka, as usual, starts by saying Bhagavanapi, Bhagavan also. Krishnan chalale, Bhagavan chalar. What is Rasalila? All of us are the gopis, gopikas. Epona, when we become freed from all our desires, we become gopikas. Every jivatma becomes a gopika. Bhagavan, Krishna, the Paramatma, is our Lord, is our Master. As long as we retain even the slightest trace of individuality, identity, there is a difference between us and Him. If that individuality is lost, there is no difference between us and Him. As long as that individuality remains in some form or the other, we are different, He is different. That individuality can take very many forms. Like Hiranyakashipu, it can say, I am the Supreme Lord. Or like the Gopikas, it can say, we are merely your handmaidens. We are merely your slaves, your servants. It can reduce itself into a very thin sliver. Either it can become very fat, like Hiranyakashipu, or it can become very, very thin, remain as a only small, thin sliver. When it reduces itself into a very thin sliver, then all that is left is for that sliver also to go away. In order to make that sliver go away, Bhagavan will enact a special dance of grace. Because as an individual, you can only reduce that ego to an infinitesimal particle. It is Bhagavan alone who can make it zero. You cannot make it zero because you are still existing. How will you make yourself zero when you are still existing? An external force has to come and make it zero. Really, it is not an external force, but because we consider ourselves as an individual, Bhagavan appears to be that external force. And an act of grace, a dance of grace is enacted by that Paramatma with the Jivatma that has reduced its ego to a very tiny little sliver. And why is this dance enacted? So that that sliver may also go away. That is what is called as Rasalila. This Rasalila has to happen in the life of every single individual if they have to attain Jnanam. Until this Rasam happens, Jnanam cannot come. Yenna, this Rasam is that final act of destroying that I. If you understand this, then we can enter into Rasalila and appreciate and enjoy its sweetness and beauty. Rasamnu ellam kudichindruka appadi illa. Everybody go now dances around. Adilla. It is the union of Jivatma and Paramatma. Before that union can happen, a destruction of individuality has to happen. That destruction is what is played out through Rasam. The Rasa Panchadhyayila is 5 chapters that are going to cover Rasam. That is what is going to be spoken about here. Bhagavan Apitaratrihi, those nights, Udingra Shukar. Chuka starts this Rasalila by saying, those nights. When? What nights now? Those autumn nights. When the flowers had blossomed, the night flowers had blossomed. The jasmines had blossomed. The lilies had blossomed. Flowers that blossom in the night are white in color but have a heady fragrance. Flowers that blossom during the day are colorful but may not even have fragrance. Adanala, these night blooming flowers have filled the air, made the air redolent with their perfume, their fragrance. Bhagavan chooses one of these nights to go into the forest. He goes into the forest. Rains have stopped. Autumn has come, rainy season has stopped in India. Adhanala, the atmosphere is not cold yet, winter has not yet come. Nor is it hot, it is pleasant. The wind that is blowing is not dry. It is not the hot, dry wind of summer, not the cold, dry wind of winter. Instead, it is that moisture-laden wind that comes in autumn. A few stray clouds are still there playing hide and seek with the moon. White moon shine pandrathu, and the clouds are also not all of them are dark in color. They are only light colored clouds. Now they come and go. And the night la Bhagavan decides to give his grace to the Gopikas who have become perfect, who have become ready, waiting, patiently waiting. Bhagavan told them, I will call you all. Winter la chonna Bhagavan told them in winter, I will call you. After that, spring has come, summer has come and gone. So many leelas have happened. Bhagavan went and gave joy to the Viprapatnis. Bhagavan held aloft the Govardhanagiri. All those leelas have all been done. These girls are still waiting. Krishna will call us. Krishna said he will call us. When will he call us? When will he call us? Wait pannirukka. The waiting is making them pure. The waiting is purifying them. They have no other thought. When will he call? We do not know. We should miss his call. He has said he will call. He did not say when, which month, which day, what time of the day, nothing. Adanala ever ready. At every moment they are listening. When will Krishna call? When will Krishna call? When will Krishna call? And the state Konandutan, he has brought them into that state. Appo Naliki, as he goes into the forest, they are all busy in the night. One Gopika is boiling milk in her house. One is feeding her child. One is serving food to the in-laws. One is pressing the feet of the husband. These are all the married ones. The unmarried ones, one is doing up her hair. One is doing some kolam outside. One is having a shower late in the night before going to bed. Though all of them are doing some different activities, part of the mind is always on Bhagavan. When. But suddenly now, the lilting melodies of the flute is heard by them. From afar the melodies are coming. Kekarava. Heart blossom ஆறுது. அது என்னது? முரளீதர கோபால மதுரா முரளீதர கோபால मधुरा मेघरूप हरि मानस चोरा मेघरूप हरि मानस चोरा मुरलीधर गोपाल मधुरा राधा माधव वृंद विहारा आनंद घन रूप नाम मधुरा आनंद घन रूप नाम मधुरा आनंद घन रूप नाम मधुरा आनंद घन रूप नाम मधुरा. Muralidharan, Krishna, the player of the flute, is calling us. Bhagavan is calling us. Madhuramana call has come for us. Who is this Bhagavan? Megharupan. Bhagavan with Meghashyamala Murti, his body is the color of the dark rain clouds. Manasa Chorana, the one who has stolen away our hearts and minds. Where is he now? Brindavihara, he is in Brindavanam forest. Anga povom, let us go there. Anga poi, let us see him. How is his form? Ananda Ghana Rupam. Bhagavanoda Divyamangala Rupam eppadi irukkunna. How is Bhagavan's body? How is Bhagavan's form? As though all the Ananda, the bliss has been taken and packed firmly. More and more, little bit of space is there, even more is taken, compressing it into itself. அப்படியே திணிச்சு வச்சுன்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? அந்த மாதிரியா கனம் அப்படின்னா it is filled with concentrated essence of bliss. அப்படியே ஒரு சாந்திரானந்தாவ போதம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னார் குருவாயூரப்பனை பார்த்து. இந்த இவன் தானே குருவாயூரப்பன். சாந்திரானந்தாவபோதாத்மகம் அனுபமிதம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னார். Nothing can be equal to this. Anupama Sundarana Bhagavan. Nanda Kishoran. And the Bhagavane, they are saying, let us go and see that Bhagavan in the forest, and all of them drop whatever activities they are doing and rush to see him. The one who is feeding her child places the child down and runs away. The one who was boiling the milk leaves the milk to boil and runs away. The one who was serving the father-in-law forgets the father-in-law and runs away. The one who was pressing her husband's feet forgets the husband and runs away. The one who was having a shower in the bathroom rushes out as she is. The one who was trying to put her kumkumam on her forehead, kannadi vachindi, she is putting. Adu avasarathila, when she heard the flute, her hand went like that. Edo Bhadragali Mari, she applied something and ran. Whatever it is that they were doing, leaving everything, they ran to the forest. Nishamya Geetam Tadananga Vardhanam Vrajastriyaha Krishna Grihita Manasaha. As they are listening to these flutes, the flute's melody, the music of the flute, more and more love is growing in their hearts. Prevavardhanama, Pratikshanam Vardhamanam, and each second it is growing in their heart. Their minds have been completely captured by Krishna. Krishna Grihita Manasaha, they are running to see him. Totally lost in the absorption of Krishna, not knowing that the others are also coming up. Not even knowing that the others are coming, they are going unmindful of what is going on around them. They are all going together to see Krishna. That path that leads to Krishna in the forest is one path only. All the gopikas are ultimately converging there. Even then, they are not even aware that others are coming along. And our mind has already gone to Krishna. Again, the Krishna Shruti. They put Krishna Vachitina. They stood around Krishna. Parikshit is asking, Krishnam viduf param kantam natu brahmataya mune. Hey Gurudeva, these girls only knew Krishna to be their beloved. They only thought of Krishna as their beloved. They did not know Krishna to be Brahman. Then why are we talking about this episode? Girls ran behind Krishna. Be patient, man. If they said they were all mumukshus going behind Brahman, okay. How can we say that the girls going behind Krishna is a matter of discussion, especially tomorrow, day after tomorrow I might die, and you're talking about this girls running behind Krishna? Shukar Chunnar, have I not already told you that if Hiranyakashipu, who hated Bhagavan, can also merge in him, if Shishupala, who was jealous of Krishna, also could merge in him, if Putana, who came to give him poisoned milk in order to kill him, can also be given moksha, then these people who are losing themselves in love for Krishna, why should we not talk about them? Are they any worse than them? Are they not even better? Kamam, Krodam, Bayam, Sneham, Aikyam, Sauhridam evacha, Nityam, Haro, Vidadato, Yanti Tanmayatam Hite. It does not matter how you connect to Bhagavan. All that matters is that you connect to Bhagavan. Kamam, Krodham, lust, anger, fear, friendship, union. Any of these relationships are okay. All of them will attain to his nature. All that he cares is that you lose yourself. How you lose yourself is of no consequence to anybody here. You lose yourself in lust for God, it doesn't matter. You lose yourself in fear of God, fine. You lose yourself out of jealousy or anger for God, also fine. You lose yourself he should loom large in your life, so big that you are not. How you do it, up to you. Freedom is given. Complete freedom is given. Lose yourself. How? You choose anyone. You have got to reduce your identity to the sliver. When we say lose yourself, you are not going to completely lose yourself. He has to do that. And he will keep you as long as he needs to keep you. அது ஒரு பியூட்டி இருக்குது அதில். அது ஒரு பியூட்டி இருக்குது. We are thinking, I don't want individuality, I don't want individuality. Bhagavan might say, I want you to have a little bit of individuality so I can play with you. Okay, fine. In that case, fine. How long will he keep that individuality? As long as he wants to play with us, he will keep. Then he will take it away and give us union with him. Spirituality is the easiest thing. In the world, you have to struggle and worry. At work, if you have to go, you have to be afraid of your boss. He will not give you leave. He will say you have to come. You will do all kinds of things. God is not like that. If God is your boss, he is very sweet. We don't have to worry about anything at all. All we have got to do is love him. But even in saying that, it feels cheap to me to say all we have to do is to love him, because it is you should not love him because you have to love him. And somebody putting a gun to your head and saying you have to love God. What else can you do but love him? He is so sweet. He is so sweet. He can take our minds away. He can entrance our minds. He can capture our minds. Our life is Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Life. What is there in life after that? Let it be there. If it is of joy to you, let it be there. Don't you love me? Will you not take that ahankara away? You will take it away when you need to take it away. But what should I do? I should lose my ahankara not because it is good for me. Oh, if ahankara is gone, then I will attain moksha. Good for me, let me calculate. Let me do it. Lose your ahankara, lose yourself in love for him. Ananda ghanamana Bhagavanudaya swarupam da irukum namakku. Only Ananda will be there. Sorrow is because of ego, because of selfishness. If you are upset, if you are sad, it is your ego that makes you sad. Throw that ego aside. Ego, what do we need? We want to please Bhagavan. As long as Bhagavan is pleased, who cares what anybody else says, anybody else thinks? Bhagavan thane mukhya. Who are we living here for? Bhagavan ku thane irukom. They all go and surround Bhagavan. Bhagavan is sitting there happily playing his flute. All of a sudden, all these ladies have surrounded him. And then Bhagavan looks at them, Swagatam vo mahabagaha priyam kim karavani vaha. Welcome, beautiful ladies. What can I do for you? You all suddenly come here. What brings you here? What brings you here? Adu matramilla Rajani esha ghora rupa ghora sattva nishevita Pratiyata vrajam neha steyam stribihi sumadhyama. What brings you here in the middle of the night like this? You should not come like this. Dangerous place. This forest is a dangerous place. Lots of wild animals roam around here. Especially for women, it is not appropriate. Go back homes. Please go back. All of you go back home. Pratiyata tato grihan. All of you go back home. Not finding you there, all your parents will be afraid, will be worried. Husbands and children will be worried. Go back. You've got duties to do. Go back. Ellam pongo. Thirumi pongo. You all have duties to do. Dharma is there. The dharma of a young unmarried girl is towards her parents. Dharma of a married woman is towards her husband and children and so on. Adanala, abandoning your dharma, if you come behind me in the forest, people will all speak ill of you. Go back. Pratiyata tato grighan natata sannikarshana pratiyata tato grighan pratiyata tato grighan pratiyata tato grighan. Therefore go home, therefore go home, therefore return home. These gopikas have come here because he has called them. After having come here, he says, welcome, what can I do for you? Who asked you to come here? Why have you come here? Go back now. Krishna, Krishna, you called us, that is why we've come here. You've called us, that is why we've come here. When did I call you? When did I call you? I usually come, every day I come into the forest and play the flute. Today, as usual, I'm playing the flute. Suddenly I look up and I see a whole bevy of ladies suddenly ambushing me, gathering around me. And now you are saying, I called you. When did I call you? They did not know what to do. Tears came into their eyes. Maivam vibor khati bhavan gatitum rishamsam santyajya sarva vishayans tava padamulam bhakta bhajasva duravagraha ma tyajasman devo yatadi purusho bhajate mumukshun. Krishna, you should not speak to us in this manner. Don't speak so mercilessly in this manner. We have abandoned everything to come and serve your feet. Accept us just as Bhagavan accepts those who go and seek him. Dharmam, Grimamlan, Cholriye, we do not know Dharma and all. Of what use is all this Dharma, this instruction on Dharma to us? You are saying this is our Dharma. Even if you want to speak about Dharma, then the only Dharma that we know is this. You are the Paramatma, we are the Jivatma, you are the Lord, we are your servants. The husbands and wives relationship is of this birth. Parents and children relationship is in this birth. Forever the relationship between you and us has continued. What you are talking about is mere Deha Dharma, bodily duties. What we are talking about is Atma Dharma. You are our Atma Pati, you are the Atma, therefore we have come to serve you here. This is our Dharma, being here is our Dharma. Our hands and legs refuse to move from here. You have captured us, we cannot go. Seeing your face, seeing this beautiful locks of hair, seeing this beautiful smile, seeing those powerful arms that give relief to all those who surrender to you. This chest that is so broad that gives a resting place for Mahalakshmi herself. Seeing all of this, we will refuse to leave you. We cannot leave you and go. Your body, your form can enchant all the three worlds. Then why are you spurning us alone when we have also been enchanted by you? Adhanala, do not leave us. Do not abandon us. Do not send us away in this manner. Let us stay with you here. Bhagavan, Chuma, was teasing them. Bhagavan is quite a tease with his devotees. That is why we are also called devotees, so that he can tease us. We come with great devotion to him. He looks at us and says, oh, my devotees have come. Let me tease them. Tease Yenna, apnon ke saath kuch bhi kar sakta hai na. Bhagavan is willing to. Along with all of them, Bhagavan said, all right, Chumma, I was joking. Come, let us go. He led them all into the forest. Look how beautiful the moon is. Have you ever seen the forest in the night? You have not seen? See how beautiful. See how the dappled shadows are. The clouds come and go. And in between the leaves, the shadows, the silvery light of the moon falls upon beautiful Yamuna. See how beautiful Yamuna is. I love this sight. I come here in the nights to enjoy this. Come along with me. Bhagavan took them all over. Engenna, and the Madhuvanathala. Madhuvana Sanchari Shyama Murari Śrīmad Sudana Muralidhari Madhuvana Sanchari Shyama Murari Madhava Mohana Mayura Mukutadhara Madhava Mohana Mayura Mukutadhara Mathura Natha Prabhu Giridhari Madhubana Sanchari Shyama Murari. Madhuvana Sanchariya, Bhagavan is taking them everywhere in Madhuvanam, wandering around Madhuvanam, showing Madhuvanam to them. When Bhagavan was playing with them, enjoying the time with them, they all started to dance with Bhagavan. Each one pulled Bhagavan towards, they are pulling Bhagavan towards themselves. Adanala, out of love for them, Prahasya Satayam Gopir Atma Ramo Apiri Ririmat. Bhagavan, who is always delighting in himself, does not require anybody else to make him happy. All he does is only to give happiness to all of us. Adanala, Bhagavan began to sport with all of those gopis, with those gopikas, played with all of them, moved aboard with all of them. They made garlands and placed upon him. He accepted those garlands. Some sat and sang songs for him. Some danced in front of him. Some pressed his feet. Some pressed his hands. Some stroked his cheeks. He lent himself completely into their midst. As they were enjoying this Leela, this great rasam with Bhagavan, this great joyous delight with Bhagavan. ஆனந்தமாக இருக்குது. அப்போது each one of those gopis is dancing with him. There's one Krishna per gopi. அந்த மாதிரியாக they are enjoying it. அப்போ suddenly a thought comes into them. என்ன thought வந்தது அப்படின்னா, தாயசாம் தத் சௌபகமதம் வீக்ஷ்ய ஆத்மானம் மேனிரே ஸ்திரீணாம் மானின்யோபி அதிகம்புவி. அவன் நினைச்சாலாம், how lucky I am. I'm spending this time with Krishna. How fortunate I am that I'm spending this time with Krishna. He's showering so much grace upon me. Krishna, you're giving so much grace to me. And the thought came into their heart. The only thought that came to them was, how lucky, how fortunate I am. Krishna, you're giving so much grace to me. And the girl thought, each girl thought that the next instant, ennachina, antarhite bhagavati sagasaiva varjankana. That very next instant, Bhagavan disappeared from their midst. Each one had a Krishna with her, each one was enjoying a separate Krishna. All the Krishnas immediately disappeared. Why did Krishna disappear now? Because this is what we spoke about a little while ago. The intense love that they had for Krishna had purified them. Nothing mattered to them. The sense of mine was lost for them. I and mine is what we have. The sense of mine was lost. Nothing belonged to them. They belonged to Krishna. Krishna, I belong to you. The state is what they reached. Even when Krishna was showering so much grace upon them, the only thought that they had was, Krishna, how compassionate you are that you should shower such grace upon even me. Humility was there. Mamakara was gone. Ahankara, even Ahankara which was present, was only present as a small sliver, and that too as in the form of humility only. Yet Ahankara was present. Bhagavan was not happy to simply dance with them. Bhagavan wanted to become one with them. They were holding his hand, they were holding his legs. Okay, proximity. Is that proximity enough for you? Nah. They are not satisfied with that proximity. They want more. First they were far, they were not happy. Then they came closer, they were standing in front of him and seeing him. They were still not happy. They hugged him, it was still not happy. One more is required. There is a small difference still. There is as though a thin membrane that is separating me and him. If that membrane also goes away, if there is no separation at all, if I become one with him, the desire comes. But for the desire of being one with him to be fulfilled, that membrane has to go away. What is that membrane? That sliver of individuality is that membrane. And the I is still there. What form has it taken? The form of the devotee. The I has taken the form of a humble devotee. I am nothing. Bhagavane, your grace is so much. Even for me, your grace is coming. All these sound nice. Now to Bhagavan, it is still not palatable. There is still I in this. There is still Ahankara in this. The finale, Bhagavan Vardhamana, the grand finale, even this I also has to go away. This I also has to go away. So Bhagavan is planning everything for that. He brought them together. He danced with them. In the dance, the joy came to them. And when the joy came to them, along with it came the appreciation of the great grace that has been bestowed upon them. The moment that appreciation came, it cannot come without the I also being present, because upon me this grace has come. The lady did not think, oh, how lucky she is, Krishna is showering grace upon her. How lucky I am, Krishna is showering grace upon me, is her thought. So Bhagavan disappeared. They were happily singing. Suddenly Bhagavan disappeared. Bhagavan put what will happen after that? So much joy, the joy disappeared. Great anguish came to them. Right at the beginning we saw Narada going through this. Now we see the Gopikas going through this. Bhagavan did this to Narada. Bhagavan is doing it to Gopikas. Narada was as dear to him as the Gopikas were dear. He withholds himself until that I also goes away. Maddened in pain, in grief, they start roaming around everywhere. Krishna, where are you? Krishna, enga pone? Krishna, where are you? Ha, Krishna, where are you? Kekara. Kanha Kanhaiya Bansiya Dhariya Vrindavana Ghana Ras Rachaya Parti Vihara Sai Gopala Sai Gopala Kanha Kanhaiya Bansiya Dhariya Vrindavana Gana Ras Rachaya Gokula Nandana He Chitta Mohana Gokula Nandana He Chitta Mohana Radha Manohar Shyama Radha Manohar Shyama Manas Chora Nanda Kishora Manas Chora Nanda Kishora Parti Vihara Sai Gopala 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 Krishna Krishna Calling out to Bhagavan, calling out to Krishna in this manner, the gopis search everywhere in Vrindavan. Krishna, oh Krishna, mujhe darshan do Krishna. Krishna, Sai Krishna, mujhe darshan do Krishna. Krishna, oh Krishna, mujhe darshan do Krishna. Giridhari Murari Krishna, Ghanashyama Murari Krishna, Shri Krishna Krishna Krishna, Ghanashyama Murari Krishna. Aajao Krishna, ab aajao Krishna, mujhe darsh dikhao Krishna. Everybody know what we sing in bhajans? They sang in the form of the Gopika Gita. त्वतां कुले तव कथामृतं कृष्णा तप्तजीवनम्
कविभिरीडितं कृष्ण कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलं कृष्ण श्रीमदाततम् विगृह्णन्ति ते कृष्ण बहुविधा जनाः रहसितं प्रिय कृष्ण प्रेमवीक्षणम् विहरणं च ते कृष्ण ध्यानमङ्गलम्
रहसि संविदो कृष्ण या हृदि स्पृश कुहकनो मन कृष्ण सुरतवर्धनं कृष्ण
शोकनाशनं भरतवेणुना कृष्ण सुष्ठुचुम्बितम्
इतरराग विस्मारणं मां वितरवीरन देवराजो
सुतान्वय कृष्ण भ्रातृबान्धवान् पतिविलङ्घ्यते कृष्ण त्यच्युतागताः कतिविधस्तवो कृष्ण
गीतमोहिताः हितवयोषिता
कृष्ण
कस्त्यजे निश्रे
ते सुजातचरणाम्बुरुहं स्तनेषु भीताशनैः प्रियदधीमहि कर्कशेषु तेनाटवीमटसि तद्व्यथनेन किं स्वेत् रूपादिभिर्भ्रमति दीर्भवदारुषां नः.
Singing and longing for Krishna, pining for Krishna, they wander around everywhere. Looking at all the trees, they ask, hey, Nyagrada tree, have you seen Krishna? Hey, Ashwatha tree, have you seen Krishna? Abrina asking each of those trees, have you seen Krishna? Have you seen Krishna? They are searching everywhere for Krishna. But as they are asking all of those trees, they see the Tulasi plant there. On seeing the Tulasi, they fall at the feet of Tulasi. And now Krishna likes the Tulasi very much. Bhagavan, one of the favorite leaves, Tulasi leaf tane. Adanala the Tulasi apart, enna sonna appadina? Enna sonna Tulasi apart?
नमस्तुलसी कल्याणी नमो विष्णुप्रिये शुचे नमो मोक्षप्रदे देवी नमः सम्पत्प्रदायिनी
ஈன்னு இழிச்சாடாக்கும் பார்த்து துளசியை பார்த்து நமஸ் துளசி கல்யாணி அம்மா கல்யாணி துளசி you are beloved of Krishna, have you seen Krishna, can you show Krishna to us? Abdina, when they asked Tulasi, under the Tulasi plant they could see footprints, clear imprints of feet they could see. All the ladies are looking at those feet. Pata, there are two sets of footprints leading away from the place where they were all having fun. They looked at it and said, aha, this is Krishna's footprint, we can clearly see. Abdina identified Krishna's footprint in the soft soil. But right next to Krishna's footprint there was the footprint of another lighter footprint. Appadina, oh, another woman, appadina theriyum. Somebody else is going. Appo all the other girls got together and said, which of us is missing? Count Pandalama Dashaman, appadina. Who is missing amongst us in Bharata? They understood one alone has been taken away by Krishna in secrecy. Where all the others were together with him, he has abandoned all of them and gone away with just one person. Yar and the one person na anaya radito nunam Bhagavan Haririshwaraha Yanno Vihaya Govindaha Prito Yamanayadraha. Abba Channalam, there is that other woman in Channalam. Anaya, by her he has been worshipped. By her he has been worshipped so perfectly that he was willing to leave us all here and go with her because she alone pleased him. Channalam. Who is she? Her name is not mentioned anywhere in the Bhagavatam. It is mentioned in the shloka, but in a hidden way. Anaya Radhita, Aradhita, Anaya Radhita, Radha, Radha. அப்படிங்கிற நேம் ஹிடனா வச்சுருக்காராம். The name Radha is hidden in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. In this place it is present. That is how the Radha concept itself has come. இல்லைன்னா ராதான்னு யாருக்கு தெரியும்? பாகவதத்தில் கோபிஸ் கோபிகாஸ் கோபிகாஸ்னு ஆல் த கோபிகாஸ் ஆர் கிவன் ஒன் காமன் நேம் கோபிகாஸ் தான். ஒரே ஒரு நேம் தான் ஸ்டாண்டிங் அவுட். யாருன்னா இந்த ராதா. எங்கே இருந்தால் ஸ்ரீமத் பாகவதத்திலே அனயா ராதிதா நூனம் பகவான் ஹரி ஈஸ்வரஹா. அவளுக்கு தெரியும். தே நோ ஹூ தி கிருஷ்ணா இஸ். ஏதோ பரீட்சித் கேட்டார். தே ஒன்லி வெண்ட் பிஹைண்ட் கிருஷ்ணா பிகாஸ் ஹி வாஸ் அட்ராக்டிவ். ஹவு இஸ் திஸ் சம்திங் தட் வி ஷுட் லிசன் டுன்னு. ஆனால் த கோபிகாஸ் themselves say கிருஷ்ணா நகலு கோபிகா நந்தனோ பவான் அகில தேஹினாம் அந்தராத்மத்ருக்குன்னு சொன்னான். Krishna, we know you are not merely Yashoda's son, you are the Antaratma, the indweller seated in the hearts of all, the one that is watching, witnessing everything. அவன் எப்படி அவ டீல் பண்ணானா? அந்தர்யாமி சுவாமி பூர்ண பிரம்மாவதாரி ஹே கிரிதாரி ஹிருதய விஹாரி Krishna Kunja Vihari Antaryami Swami Gopala Leeladhari Vraja Gopi Manasanchari Madhusudana Murari Hridaya Vihari Krishna 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 Kunja Vihari. Antaryami Bhagavan seated in the hearts of all. The Bhagavan, they seek him out, following him in his footsteps. They try to seek him out. But as they go along, crying and calling out to him, they find at a certain distance only one set of footprints are there, the other are not there. But these sets are a bit heavier. Quite a bit of detectives they are, these gopikas. They say, look, the reason why there is only one set of footprints, that too only Krishna's, is because he is carrying her. Not only did he run away with her, abandoning us, now he is carrying her in his hands and going. In another place they saw only the toes are visible, rest of the footprints are not visible, only the toe prints are visible and they are deep into the soil. And there is a flowering tree there and some flowers have fallen from the tree. About they are deducing, they are surmising, they are saying, look, he is tiptoeing to help her reach those flowers from above so that she can have those flowers. They are making. Even a little bit further distance, when they go away, they see this lady also sitting there and crying. She is also crying. Flowers are there on her, but she is crying. All the gopikas surrounded her. What happened to you? Did you also fall prey to that Saubhaka Madam, to that I, the sense of I? Did he abandon you also? He wasn't abandoned. She did not abandon her. He did not abandon Radha. Radha alone was eligible because she had no I at all, therefore she was taken away by him. Taken away by him means there was no sense of separation between him and Radha because they were one, there was no, that thin membrane of I was not there to separate, therefore she could continue to be with him, whereas the others separated themselves from him with the arising of the I. Now why is she also separated from Krishna? In her heart came the thought, Radhaki, I am alone. I alone. I illa, not that I. How wonderful it will be if all of them also are able to let go of the I in the same way. If somebody could be there to teach them, they will lose it. She told Krishna, leave me here. I will bring them also to you. Yeah, you should go with Krishna. Why did you have to separate yourself now? I told you there is a force called compassion that moves the hearts of the jnanis also. They are already with Bhagavanta. There is nothing for them. Ana, there is no sense of separation for them, but still this unique force of compassion enters into their hearts and they say, Bhagavane, let us try and eradicate this I in as many as we can. Appadina plan podra. Radha is planning with Krishna, Swami, let me do this, let me stay here. And the me is not a separate me, you should understand, it's only a manner of speaking me. Swami, let me stay here, let me bring them also, let me teach them how I lost my I in children. Krishna agrees, alright, because I also want all of them. I want all of them, I called all of them also. Adanala Radha, you become the teacher for them. Nee guru are ellarkum. You become the guru, ni sholi Radha vango kar vechuru Krishna vettave. Radha, the guru, is waiting for what? For all the disciples to come. Avalna odi vandu Radha, were you also abandoned? Abdinna, Radha was never abandoned. Radha can never be abandoned. Krishna will not be there if Radha has been abandoned by him. Radha's bhakti cannot be spoken of in words. One Swami described Radha's bhakti to a group of students in the interview room. When the boys came out, their pants were wet. Their trousers, their pants were wet when they came out. What did you fellows do inside? Swami spoke of Radha's bhakti and it was so moving that the walls wept. The boys said the walls wept and the water that came from the walls drenched the ground. That we are wet because of that in the Charnada. That is how moving, how deep Radha's bhakti for Bhagavan is. Swami himself has revealed it. In so many occasions, Swami has revealed Radha's bhakti, about Radha's bhakti. Nothing can equal Radha's bhakti. She was one with him. There was no sense of separation. If any separation, the separation is also only his own compassion. Radha is simply his compassion. Radha Devi ni cholrame tavara. Adu yaar ava bhakti dhanava. She is pure prema da. Prema has become Radha. If you have prema in your heart, you also have Radha in your heart. Artham. You can never be divorced from Radha. You cannot take Radha away and have Krishna alone. It is not possible. Radha is not another woman. Radha is prema. The Krishna prema itself is called Radha. Adanala that Radha was the one that was sitting there waiting for all of them to come. Avaloda cherndandu this Gopika Geetam was sung. She taught them to lose their own identity, to lose their individuality. And the Gopika Geetathala right at the end they keep saying, Krishna, when will you come to us? When will you come to us? You alone are a refuge. Ellan cholli last la kadashila vaina cholrana. Yatte sujata charanam buruham staneshu bita shanaihi priya dadimahi karkasheshu tenatavim atasitad vyathate nakim svit Kurpadibhir Brahmati Dhir Bhavadayu Shamnaha. Vachana, in the end, they were saying, Krishna, come to us. We are sad, Krishna, come to us. We cannot live without you. Krishna, come to us. Krishna, come to us. And they were praying throughout Gopika Geetam. They were praying that. Right at the end, they say, Krishna, you don't have to come to us because we need you. Anal, the very thought that running in order to avoid us, you are running through the rocks and the thorns of this forest in order to escape us. Adanal, we cannot bear to think of your suffering. We will not demand that you come here anymore. We will stay here itself. No need to come, Krishna. You be happy. Even if we die, it does not matter. You remain happy in Krishna Chanada. Until then, Krishna come, darshana do, darshana do, darshana do. Come for me, come for me, come for me. I don't want anything else. I only want you. Patisutanvaya, Bhratribandhavan, Ativilangyate, Anti Achyutagatahana. I have given up husband, I have given up wife, I have given up children, I have given up parents, I have given up everything and I have come to you. Please come to me. And they said, I have given up everything for you. I have not given up myself for you. I have not given up my individuality for you. I have not given up my desire for you. I am still insisting, demanding that you come for me when I want you to come. Who am I to ask you to come? And who am I? Inquiry started for Gopikas in a different manner. Naan yaar appadinu sonnada. Who am I? Who am I to make any demands on you? Who am I to insist that you should come to me? Who am I to proudly say I have given up everything, therefore you should come to me? What obligation lies upon you to come to me? Who after all am I? I am nothing. I am nothing. அப்படிங்கிற அந்த nothingness came to them. That little sliver of individuality which was there was starting to get shaken up in that sense of absolute selflessness. Even that one desire that they had in their heart to have Krishna with them, even that desire was given up by them. Krishna, if it gives you pain to be with us, if you would rather walk through the thorns and the rocks of the forest in order to avoid us, then why should we insist that you should come to us? We will love you. We will not give up on you. We will never stop loving you. Wherever you are, we want you to be happy. But we will live here our life entirely only for you until death will come to us. But for 1 second, we will not forget you. Abdine, they sat down there. Iti gopyaha pragayantyaha pralapantyascha chitrada ruruduhu suswaram rajan Krishna darshana lalasaha Krishna darshana lalasaha Krishna darshana lalasaha iti gopyaha. In this manner the gopis pragayantyaha, they sang Gopika Geetam, they sang. Pralapantyaha, they cried, carried on in various ways. Krishna, Govinda, Hare, they called out the name. Ruruduhu, in the end they could not even call out his name. They simply sobbed and cried, wanting to see Krishna. This morning, as we were driving to come to this place for the satsangam, for Saptaham, the girls were practicing this Gopika Geetam in the car. This last line, iti gopya pragayantyaha pralapantyaha chitradaruduhu suswaram rajan Krishna darshana lalasa. The last line, I said, you don't sing it, I will sing it and continue to explain it. And saying that, I sang this line. And we had just said Krishna darshana lalasa. A car came on the other side and the number plate was Krish. A red colored car, the number plate was KRIS and something number. Krishna darshana lalasa, wanting to see Krishna. Krishna eppadi or car aavum varuvan. If ahankar is not there, Krishna can come even as Chris car. Ahankar should not be there. அவன் என்ன கார்லையும் வரலாம், அவன் சாந்தா காரமாகவும் வரலாம், கிறிஸ்காரனாகவும் வரலாம். ஆனால் நமக்கு அகங்கார் should not be there. Just as we roundabout was there, just as they finished Krishna darshana lalasana, Chris came. என்ன சொல்றது, அப்படி பிரத்யட்சமான பகவான் நமக்கு. Just as that car came, நம்ம பக்திக்கு கார் வந்தது. For our bhakti, car came. For Gopika's bhakti, na तासामाविरभूत शौरी स्मयमानमुकाम्बुजः पीताम्बरधरश्रग्वी साक्षात् मन्मथः तासामाविरभूत शौरी. When they cried in this manner, when they called in this manner, when they said, it is okay, we will live our lives thinking about you, we cannot forget you though, but we will not make any demands upon you. When they gave up all demands, all desires, the sense of why, Tasam Avirabhut Chauri, then and there Bhagavan appeared. In their midst, suddenly Bhagavan appeared. Avirabhut Tabdina, he did not come from somewhere. He was not hiding behind a tree and he came from there. He did not come from east, west, north or south. Suddenly in their midst, Avirabhut Tabdina, he appeared in their midst. And how did he appear, Abdina? Tasam Avirabhut Chauri Smayamana Mukambhujam. When the Mukambhujam irke, Bhagavan's lotus face had blossomed into the most beautiful smile. Most beautiful smile. Bhagavan was thrilled. Bhagavan was happy. Why? Gopikas have attained. My Gopikas have attained it. My Gopikas have lost their last sense of individuality. They are mine now. They are me now. Abdingira Anandam Smayamanaya Mukambhujahan. Bhagavan is smiling. Pitambaradhara Sragvi, with his yellow silks, characteristic trademark yellow silks, lest we mistake him to be somebody else. If we mistake somebody, man, can we mistake this fellow? With his vanamala, with his wild flower garland upon his neck, with that pitambara, the yellow garment around his waist, how did he appear? Abdinna iva paakara sakshat manmata. Manmatha is the god of love. Manmatha is Cupid, the god of love. He's supposed to be very charming, very handsome, very enchanting, very attractive. In fact, his name is Manmatha because he can churn our minds up when he comes into our minds. Ana Sakshan Manmatha. How is Bhagavan na? How is our Krishna na? Namba Krishna no na Manmatha no deya manasiyum aikidvanam. Bhagavan, our Krishna can charm even Manmatha's mind. அப்படி வந்து நிற்கிறான். பகவான் ஸ்டாண்டிங். அப்படி ஒரு ஆனந்தம், அப்படி ஒரு குதூகலம் பகவானுக்கு. He is so thrilled, he is so happy because his gopikas have attained that truth. We will stop here. We have gone 20 minutes over time. We will stop here. When you come back in the evening, we will see the rest of this Rasa Leela. Gopika Jeevana Smaranam.